For day 7 of our trip to Tokyo, we went to Meiji Jingu Shrine, which was so nice and peaceful. There were still quite a few people here, but it wasn't too busy. There was also a ceremony during our visit, which was great to see. It was also such a privilege to witness this, with the sounds and the atmosphere, and it felt very grounding. Even though there were other visitors around, it never felt stressful. We walked around for a bit before wandering into the gift shop. The gift shop is located right by the car park. I didn't see anything vegan in here, but they did have vegetarian ice creams. So I tried a matcha ice cream, but I do like matcha, although I know not everyone does. They did have some sweets that looked like they might be vegan, but I decided to pass as I wasn't 100% sure. So if you are visiting, definitely pack a snack just in case. Then decided to walk to the Government Metropolitan Building. This is free to get into and you can see the city views from here. You might have to queue depending on what time you get there. They have floor-to-ceiling windows and you can see that Tokyo is absolutely massive. We went there for about 4 o'clock, half 4, and it wasn't very busy, but I can imagine it gets really packed at times. As we were there during the day, we missed the light show unfortunately, but we're hoping to go back at some other point. If you are planning a trip, try to time your visit for the sunset so you get the view and the light show. They were advertising Godzilla as a light show, and I'd love to have seen this. Near to the government building, they have a small waterfall, which you can see from the top of the observation deck. So we decided to walk there to have a look. And the waterfall's known as the Shinjuku Niagara Falls. It's a fountain in Tokyo's Shinjuku Central Park. I believe that during the winter months, the waterfall is often part of a park-wide light display, which I can imagine is amazing. If you've ever seen this, then I'd love to know. Let me know in the comments. It's again free to go and see the waterfall. Once we spent some time in the gardens and looking at the waterfall, we went to look for some food. There were places to eat in the government building, but nothing that I wanted. And there weren't any vegan options. Stick around for some tips later on about where to find some food. We walked back to where the hotel was as we thought we'd try Mer again. By the time we got there, it was about 7:30, and unfortunately the restaurant was closed, so we had to find something else. There was a place nearby called Iberia that did pizzas. Once we'd finished eating, we went back to the hotel. For lunch the next day, I went to Crisp Salad Works, which was amazing. You place your order and pay on the machine. It's in Japanese, but you can have the option to change it to English. Once you've added your order to the basket, I couldn't figure out what it was saying again on the screen as it was in Japanese, so I just had to guess and put my card against the side of the machine, and it worked. The following day, I went back to Crisp Salad Works as they have 2 vegan options, so I tried the second one this time. And if you prefer, you can also build your own bowl from scratch. I also stopped off at Starbucks again because I wanted to try their plant-based Keema curry wrap. It was actually really nice, and I also tried their plant-based donut balls. Spent the next few days pottering around Shinjuku, wandering around the shops and just taking in the city. We also finally made it to Mer and it was amazing. If you've watched or listened to other videos, you'll see that I've tried to get into Mer, but they've been closed. Food was really tasty and I loved that it was organic and vegan. The staff were also really nice. We ordered the Yuzu sake, which was really nice, and it was also strong. I also ordered a homemade ginger ale, which was so nice if you love ginger. We also ordered an organic Japanese beer and a Japanese forest sour. They were both so nice. I preferred the ginger ale and the sour overall. They do charge 500 yen cover charge in the evening. I've mentioned previously in other videos that I don't mind paying this if it helps vegan restaurants to keep operating. Now for some tips. To get some food near the Metropolitan Government Building, there is a place nearby called Shinjuku Nomura Building. This is about a 10-minute walk away from the Metropolitan Government Building. I didn't actually try this, I just saw it when I was walking around, so I'm not sure if there's any vegan options. However, I do believe that nearby in the Hilton, Tokyo, there's an Indian restaurant called Ashoka. If you've enjoyed this video, then save, share and subscribe, and follow along with the Leaf and Luggage for further travel guides and tips. Travel further, eat better.